You may have a great idea for the best app ever, but without funding, you're kind of like a seed without soil, so to speak. So what exactly are investors looking for? The Wall Street Journal's Riva Gold went to this year's Red Herring Conference to find tips on startup success.
So grocery retail is growing tremendously across the world.
Pitching can be one of the most stressful parts of being an entrepreneur, particularly when venture capital is low and there are few opportunities for initial public offerings. Concerns about China's slowing economy have made the investment climate difficult, and there's yet to be an IPO in China's public markets this year. In Asia, venture capital fell by over $2 billion last year. At the 2013 Red Herring Conference in Hong Kong, I talked to veteran investors about how to beat the odds and make that $1 million pitch. The investors told me it's important to appear credible and differentiate yourself, like Will Smith in this iconic movie.
What would you say if a guy walked in for an interview without a shirt on? And I hired him. What would you say?
He must have had on some really nice pants.
The most important thing for me is differentiation, uniqueness, and also, is the entrepreneur pitching a big idea?
Even if the idea doesn't quite work out to what the plan is, because lots of things can go wrong, it's the faith and the trust that the management team knows what they're doing and knows how to make adjustments to the plan.
I have seen a lot of things that are so unorthodox, but I don't think that any of them would be compelling to get people to look at them eventually.
Many things can go wrong in a pitch. The investors told me the key is to do solid research and a little bit of math.
The numbers that are not thought through, they're just numbers picked out of the air because I'm supposed to have that type of a curve. The actual numbers themselves aren't really important. It's really the assumptions and what drives those numbers.
For those who think pitching in Asia is similar to Silicon Valley, think again.
Silicon Valley is high school, but it's only the smart kids and everyone has a lot of money.
Feedback tends to be less direct. So rather than tell the entrepreneur face, I think that's too expensive, you say, well, maybe not.
The IPO market has dried out. There are more and more large companies, and the Huawei and the Samsung, the LGs, gives opportunities to domestic companies and born in China or born in India to be acquired in those countries.
So is it easier to pitch in Asia than Silicon Valley? May depend on your exit strategy.